Hi, I am Dr. Laura Wiedenhop, and this webinar will give a quick overview of how to submit a new administrative personnel document. This webinar was recorded in December 2018. We make small changes from time to time, so while the real pages you work with may be a little different than what I show here, the general process should be the same or similar. We will do new webinars when there are substantive changes. Note that while you are welcome to submit as many new administrative personnel documents as you would like, you are only required to submit those documents for the key administrators. And those administrators are the campus director, chief academic officer, data coordinator, finance officer, student financial assistance officer, and state licensing liaison. If you are with a new school seeking initial certification, you will click on the New Administrative Personnel Document button in Section 2 of the initial application. If you are a currently certified school, you just need to log into the EDvera system at mo.edvera.com. And once you log in, you'll be sent to your dashboard. Just click on the Documents tab. And on the right-hand side of the screen, you'll see the Start Document button. Click on that, and find and click the New Administrative Personnel Document. And when you open the document, it will ask you to select an individual currently listed with the school. So you just hit the drop-down box, and you have the temp user, or we have Eric. If this is a brand new administrative person, you will need to click this little plus button. And what that does, it will ask you for the email address of whatever user you want to add. So we will, let's see, this is new admin at Grand River Welding. Yeah, it's whatever email address your school may have. Click Next. First thing it's going to do is check to see if we already have that user in the system. If we do, it will say, hey, you already have this user in the system. Do you want to add them as a new administrator? And you would say yes. Since this is a new person, we would enter their first name and their last name. And then you would click Save. And what that will take us back to this first page again. And the person we just added should show up as your top choice. And you would just leave it there and click Continue. I do want to say do not use the same email address for two different people. As you know, if we have this new admin person here and we go to add somebody else and we use the same address, poor new admin is going to be kicked out of the system and won't be able to be seen or heard or anything. So different addresses, different email addresses for each unique user. I say this, and I'm going to say it again on the new instructor webinar, is I had a school whose chief administrator in EDvera used like a generic school address for their own registration. And then they went to add somebody else, either an admin person or an instructor, and again used their same email address. And what that did, it kicked the chief administrator out of the system, and where they were like the chief academic officer and the campus director, now this new poor registrar or new general studies instructor, all of a sudden they are pushed into those roles. And that's bad. So just make sure you use unique email addresses for everybody. If they are not a key administrator, one of those that I listed before, you can use a dummy email. Okay, so we've added this new person. We've got their first name, last name. You can input their title, whatever that might be. Here are the things that we would like to have on this new administrator, specifically the resume. That is the most important. Depending on what jobs they are going to be doing for the school will determine what other documentation may be needed. For example, if they are going to be your student financial assistance officer, and especially if you are a Title IV institution, we would expect to see that this person has had some sort of training or experience in this role before we would go ahead and approve them for that position at your school. Now, we're not going to out and out deny anybody, but we will kind of hold the school's feet to the fire. You're saying that this person is qualified for this role. If they're not, that would be a violation of certification standards, and you could face discipline. So don't do that. Okay, so this new administrative person, what key administrative function will they hold? So let's say for this particular school, this person, new admin, is going to be the state licensing liaison. Now, the state licensing liaison, the campus director, and the CAO are typically the individuals that the department will contact most often, for whatever administrative paperwork or anything we may need during the year. It's usually going to be one of those three that we contact, but we may occasionally contact the others. Again, it just depends on what information we require or what answers we need. So you'll click the box. This person is going to be state licensing liaison. Maybe there are going to be some other things too. Whatever their particular function is going to be, click that checkbox. Over here, you see certificate of approval. If this is the person that you want us to mail the frameable certificate of approval to operate for the school, whenever the school is initially certified or recertified, just click that. And then this is the person that we're going to mail that to. One thing to be aware of, if you are choosing these functions for this new person, and you already have somebody with the school who has these same functions checked for them, down here under administrative duties, or you can even do it up in comments, but we want to save first. You maybe want to say that Eric is no longer the state licensing liaison, and we'll add that comment. So what this is going to do when staff go through and review this, they're going to be like, ooh, Grand River has 2 state licensing liaisons. That can't be. There can be only one. But then we're going to notice this comment. We're going to go take a look and like, oh, okay. So on our side, we will go in and we will approve this person, and we will approve them as the state licensing liaison, but then we will remove that role from Eric's listing in the system. Sorry I'm picking on you, Eric. It's just your school was easy to find in my system. Okay, so as we did before we save, you will make sure you've uploaded any information to prove this person is a qualified administrator, and then you click Submit. Okay, it's really simple. Just follow the instructions on the form, and you shouldn't have any problems. If you do, feel free to contact our office, or you can click the little blue support button in EDvera and ask the help desk for assistance. Thank you for viewing our webinar on how to complete a new administrative personnel document, and you have a great day. Bye.